Hi there YouTubers and 3D Studio Max enthusiasts. In the last episode we discussed about lathe modifier and how to create a 3D model using the lathe modifier. In today's episode we are going to render that 3D model. We're gonna create materials for it, and I'm also going to show you from where you can take some free, nice, high resolution textures. And in the next part I'm going to show you how to upload your 3D models on different websites. So stay tuned. Without further ado, let's go. So we managed to have the 3D object. Now we need to create the other table. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the already modeled table for the other one. So I'm gonna select on both of them with shift pushed. I'm gonna move everything and create a copy. Okay, go to the middle part, and now I'm gonna try to modify I'm gonna hide the grid. Now I'm going to modify this object to the new one. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna close this, close this, close this. So go to the original object. So I'm gonna move it first on the top part, move it here. I'm gonna select this line here, more or less good. Select this, move it here. Now I'm gonna take these two and move one here. I'm gonna select this one, move it on the top part. I'm gonna move this to the left so it's gonna align with the other one. I'm gonna move it to the top to have the other alignment. It goes here. This is almost perfect. These three are going up. And yeah, that's kind of it. Now I'm gonna apply the other editable poly, which didn't work out very well. I'm gonna apply the other one. It also didn't work out, so I need to create everything from scratch. So above this one I'm gonna another editable spline and select the points and start creating the fillet. So for this one I'm gonna start the fillet first. I'm gonna go here and create the other one. And that's it. Now I'm gonna apply the lathe. All looking good. Base, as you can see, it's going much faster than that's it. Apply the lathe, and we have the second table. As you can see. Now I'm gonna select both of them, rotate. I'm gonna go on this axis. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rotate the object to have it stand with the align snap tool. Rotate, right click on it, rotate here, and the bottom part here on the X axis you're going to see, and it's going to go until I have 90 degrees. Done. I will do the same with the other one. Rotate 90 degrees. I'm gonna select this, both of them. Set the tables next to each other. They're looking quite good, I think. Now I'm gonna save, go to the desktop, folder table, create here a folder, this Studio Max, folder table, tables, sorry. And now what we need to do is to add some lights and to create some materials on it. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I saved already the object. I'm going to delete the stuff that I don't need. So I'm going to keep only the two tables. This is not looking right. It means that the lights are not exactly in the middle, so I can go to the front view. So we have the two tables. What we need to create is we need lights and we need material. So first we're gonna add lights. We're using Corona render, so I'm going to assign Corona render as a renderer. And now, as you can see here on the 3D Sky, most of the time the renders are with white background. So what we need to create is one render or two or three renders with a white background with the object and the material, and another one with the wire material. I'm gonna show you both of the materials, how to make them. And actually I don't need even to show you because I think they're already made in the library, but I'm gonna show you from scratch how to make all of this. And we need to create a scene with a white background. So how we're gonna do that? So first of all, we're gonna use HDRI, which is a 360 image shot on different AVs, and we're gonna illuminate the whole scene with that. The website that I'm using for the HDRI is called Polyheaven right now. It became much bigger. It has a lot of doesn't have only HDRIs, it also has textures, it also has models. So yeah, you can find a lot of things here. They're all for free. One of my favorite websites, and it's growing quite fast lately. But we are going to talk about HDRI. So I'm gonna go here to HDRIs and indoor, click on the indoor, and I'm gonna pick up one of these HDRIs. This Studio Small, it's very good, Studio Small, but you can also pick up one with colors. The only thing is that you need to know when you pick up this kind of colorful HDRIs is the fact that your render is going to pick up from these colors in the scene. So I'm gonna take this one, for example, looking quite cool. Gonna take with an 8K. I'm gonna use HDRI, not XR, even though not a very big difference between them, and click download. I'm gonna save this in here, HDRI Studio Small. I'm gonna also save the picture the same place, but you can't save the picture anymore from what I see. So yeah, I'm gonna save also the picture so I will know in the future how the HDRI is actually looking. HDRIs. Save it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna add my HDRI inside the scene. I'm gonna go here to F10, and to add your HDRI inside the scene as an environment map, you need to put it in the environment map. The environment map is on here. You push the 8 for the shortcut, or you go rendering, environment map, this. You go rendering, environment map, and in here you need to add your HDRI. So right now it's totally black. I'm gonna say use map, click on none, and then try to find here on the Corona bitmap. So I have the Corona bitmap. Now I need to link this to my textures, HDRI, heaven, and try to find the audio setup 03, I think it was called, to audio small 0. Okay, I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna leave everything as it is. Real pixel 32. Okay, I'm gonna open the material, slot material, and I'm gonna add this into the slot material as an instant edit. Make this bigger. I'm gonna double click on this to see it says it's spherical, repeat tiling. This is perfect. So we have an HDRI. So now if I start interactive, I should have a render. So as I'm gonna close this for now. So as you can see, we have a render. We go to perspective mode, and if you go to perspective, you can also see the objects in the scene. You can also see the objects, and you can also see the image in the background. This is very nice. Everything is looking good. We don't want to have the image in the background, but we want to have a white background. How we're gonna do that? I'm gonna go back to F10 to the render setup, the scene. I already showed you this in one of my last videos, and I'm gonna say override. So I'm gonna use direct visibility override, and I'm gonna use this white color. Now we have it white. The only thing that it's missing here is a plane on the floor that is going to show the shadows. So how we're going to do that? For that, we're gonna create a plane here, plane floor. I'm gonna go in the top view, plane, shadows, and go in the front view, try to move this object on the plane. Good, it's looking good. And the second one also on the plane. And now we have also, you can make this bigger, and then apply a white material for now. Gonna go to Corona, the physical material, click on it. I'm gonna make it white as possible. And I'm going to apply this white material on the plane. So yeah, as you can see in the ongoing render, you can still see the plane. We can hide all of that by making shadow catcher material. So we have here shadow catcher material, and I'm going to add it here, and I'm gonna tell him that I want projection mode to environment projection onto geometry, and apply this material for now white as possible, the same as the background. And now I'm gonna close this, recreate this into one of the viewports. I'm gonna go in perspective mode, zoom, and we have the objects. What are we now going to create are the materials. So first let's see the materials. So the materials of the object. Was it here? Yeah. It was the anodized aluminum and the marble. So we're going to use some material already made from Corona. I'm gonna open it. The material, if it's also going to open today. Oh, yeah, it just opened. And we're gonna go here to metals, and we have black and anodized material. That is the correct name of it. It also has aluminum red anodized with fingerprints. It's very real, looks very realistic. So I'm gonna select the two objects, and I'm gonna go here. This is the material, looks very nice. And I'm gonna assign to selected objects. Done. Now we need to apply also marble. I think Corona has some marble materials. icon is assigned to selected object. So right now we have applied the materials. It doesn't show the textures here because the texture is a real world map size, so I need to create generating mapping coordinates and real world map size of the object. So now we should see some textures on it, but we're going to change the textures here the same, and probably also a little bit anodized aluminum material. It's not looking that bad, but okay, for now I'm gonna top this and let's see the material. So bigger, and I'm gonna take first the black metal, which is this, and let's see. So what does it have? It's using the Corona Legacy material. What we need to do is also to use the general real world map on all of them. So as you can see, this is very diffuse. You don't see that many reflections on this, so we need to create more or less this material. The one that we have, it's good to have it, it's good to see how the object is looking, but the reality is not, the material that we have is not really like that. So for now, what we're going to do, we're gonna create new materials for so we're gonna keep this as a base, but we're gonna create a new one. So I'm gonna go to Corona Physical Material. I'm gonna apply a dark color to it. So here we're gonna go almost black. 3 is very good for having a black material. And here we're not gonna have a non-metal, we're gonna choose a metal. Go with the lower roughness. It's not really like that, I think it's more like this. We can also apply directly a preset for the object. So aluminum brushed, for example, looking very nice. It's very reflective, as you can see here. And we can make it black. Let's apply this to the object, see how it's actually looking. Looking at the pictures, ours is much darker and the blur is less and the reflection is more blurry, I think. So let's do that. Go with the metal. Like it. More like this. 5. Here is not perfectly dark because it's reflecting the environment. So because this is not perfectly white, And also this image is reflecting the color of the environment. So in our case it's much darker because our environment is quite white, as you can see. So we're not going to change that, but I think this is good for now. Well, we could apply some nice texture from a website that I really like. Oh yeah, this is a very nice website. So as you can see, it has really cool already made PPR materials with scratches, with all kind of stuff. So what we're going to use from here is the roughness and normal. Now I'll take all of that, copy them on desktop. Okay, let's see with it. This is what we're going to do. I'm gonna go to Corona, bitmap, and add the roughness. Because we are working with use real world scale, add this to the roughness, which is the instance. The image is 4000 by 4000, so I will make this in real size 4000 by 4000. No, it's millimeter, so I'm gonna make it 4 by 4. And let's see how it is actually looking. Already showing some nice details. You can see it's very reflective right now, but we can change that by making this map darker. So we can go here on the output amount and 0.5. Now it's becoming more huge, the reflection of the object. So we can go even 0.2, not 0.2, much closer. Need 0.3, 0.4. Yeah, probably this could work. Add also normal map. Copy this with the shift. So I have the textures already in the same size, and then I'm gonna load from here normal map. I'm gonna take the dx. This to work, you need to add another Corona normal. Plug it here and then go to the bump, which is, you can see it here. So it's telling me that it's using the incorrect, normal map is using the input image with incorrect gamma. So I'm gonna change that here as gamma input, and it's done. I don't like this, so the base bump is probably too much. I'm gonna use 0.1. This. Now we're going to create the material for the marble. I'm gonna just add another physical material here. I can call this this one is black green, and this is going to be the black marble. I'm gonna add texture to this that we already have. Just need to give size because we're using the real world scale. So I'm gonna use this as a size, so height is 4.3 and 2.8. I'm going to apply that to the base. I also want to see the side of it. Probably a little bit too big, so I'm going to make this half the size, so 2.15 by 1.4. I'm gonna apply new VVX1. is to apply here on the reflection on the right. Some more of these veins, so I'm just applying, trying to make textures smaller and to move it around so I can see it. But as you can see here, we can see the line between the front and the back of the texture. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you how to make a tillable texture. So to make a tillable texture, you need to open the Photoshop. I'm going to stop this for now. And as you can see, the left side is much darker than the right side. So what we're going to do, I'm going to apply an offset. And what the offset does, it's moving the textures from left to right. I'm going to put it in the middle. And right now I can see which parts I can fix. So normally if I fix this part and you don't see this line anymore and also this line anymore, then it's gonna be perfect tillable. So how am I gonna do that? Well, most of the time what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to copy a part from here until it's touching this line, following the line. So in this way you don't see how the texture is changing from a darker color to a brighter one. So let's see how I'm gonna use the clone stamp. I'll make it bigger I'm gonna make it bigger, the size of it, like this. And then I'm gonna click here, and then I'm gonna create a little bit more of this until it's touching it. Then I'm gonna take up this a little bit and create here. And then we fix that part. Same for the rest. Trying to fix it. Fixed also that one. Now I need to fix it here. I'm gonna make this longer. I'm gonna prelong this up for a bit. In this way, I add in one side and I take from the other side. And you should not be able to see it anymore, I guess. Oh, this looks quite good for now. Now I'm going to create here for a little bit more of that. So from here, trying to take a little bit from this, prolong this vein, take a little bit from here. Also prolong this. Add a little bit here. Take a little bit from this one. And hue and saturation over this, and I'm gonna try to desaturate that, even though I like having a little bit of color, make it a little bit darker. Adding some curves to it, maybe. Save this texture as a PSD first in case I want to make some changes, and then as a JPEG here at the end. Diffuse. Now reload the new texture. One, and we don't have the line anymore. This is looking good, I think. I like it. What I don't like is this material, which is a non-metal, but I would like to have more reflection. So I will have 0.2. Now it's so much better. And this I would like. Alt and middle. These two should go together. I'm gonna group. First one, the second one group. And let's see, quick render. Let's add the denoiser in. See, I'm gonna add the noise level of 2. Pass limits, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I want to add a denoiser, so I'm gonna put the Intel CPU IE hybrid. 0.8 for now. And let's see how fast it's going. I'm gonna have a better contrast here, maybe 3. Saturation, we can add a load, but this is going to change. It's going to change our white balance. Yeah, Kim Online has really nice 3. I'm sharpening with 8. What I don't like is this noise here. It's not the noise from the image, right? Because I don't see any noise here. It's the noise from the material that we created. So I can fix that just a little bit. No, it's coming from this material. So I'm gonna make this more 2x2 because it's very possible, actually 1x1. And I'm gonna make it less reflective. I'm going here 1.2 noise level. Let's see. less. Okay, I think we're getting there. So now we need to create a couple of renders for. So the best way to create renders is to see how they are presenting their own. This is one. It's a little bit above, probably like this. They're not really much texture. So I'm gonna change the resolution. Make them a little bit higher. 1600 by 1600. Make the first render. So we have a first render. I can go here and create another folder called renders. For tables 01. There's a JPEG, save, large, smoothing, max quality, perfect, saved. And now I'm going to make more like a left view render. As you can see, it's rendering quite fast. My computer, it's nothing special. It's like almost 10 years old computer. At least the processors are from like 2012, I think, or 2013. There are two processors. So yeah, it's rendering a couple of minutes, one render, which is totally fine for me. I'll make this number 2. So JPEG. Them, and I'm gonna render one by one. So these are two tables. You can actually sell one of them or both of them together. In my opinion, the best way is to sell them separately, so you're gonna make more money. Sometimes people they're taking one table and then they're realizing that, hey, I would like to have another, also the other one. Maybe I can use it here or there to have to make a composition with them, so you can make more money. I'm going to add them together, but I'm gonna also render them one by one individually, so you can see the 3D model how it's looking. 1.2 denoiser is quite small. You should never go under 2, as it says also here. But I try to achieve a little bit of extra quality, and the difference is very small between 2 and 1. But the render times are very high, so okay, this is also done. Table 03. Save. Okay. Now I will do also the other one. I'm gonna hide this one. This one too. Okay, we have also the other one. Just gonna leave it here. Table number 4. JPEG. Okay. I'm gonna save all of this. Be sure that I have it, and now I'm gonna create a wire material. So how we're gonna do that? I'm gonna take a Corona physical material. Add it here, and on this we're gonna apply a Corona wire. This is going to the base color. As you can see, it already has the wires in there. Let's see the colors. We're gonna make it perfectly white. Well, it shouldn't be perfect. I'm gonna make it 220. So it's going to be a little bit gray. I can have it in pixels. The edge is perfect black, or in world units. So I will use world units because I don't know. Not very sure how it's going to look. So let's apply this material. Create a quick render to Probably they are too thin. No, not really. Actually, this is looking very nice. Now you can see the whole geometry. Some of the websites like 3D Sky, they are asking you to have this kind of so they can see how you model it. Yeah, it's quite important to have a nice, beautiful model made nicely. Of course, there are also other ways to model this table, but this is the simplest one, and I wanted to show you how to use the lathe when you have round symmetrical objects. So it's taking around 2 minutes per render, I think. Oh, we have 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to save also this as wire 05. Save. Okay. Save. Now we need to do the export. So I'm going to ungroup all of this. Group, collapse all. You need to collapse your object. Collapse all. Group, collapse all. Convert to collapse all. I'm gonna attach. So it's going to be on your object. Let's convert it on you. Attach. And now we're going to export these two. I made a selection. I'm going to file, export selected, and going back to my desktop, to the polar table. I'm going to create exports. Polar table. I'm going to make one 50x. I'm not going to change anything here. Okay, and I'm going to make another export polar table as obj, which is here. OBJ export is done, and that's it for now. And that's it, yeah. And what I need to do now also to save this in older version. File, save selected, polar table, 3D Studio Max 15 in this case. Actually, there is one thing that I need to take out. I need to remove this clear. It's Shift-T. I'm gonna background, so I'm not gonna export it with the background, but I have it inside. And now I'm gonna file, save selected, 3D Studio Max 2015. I'm gonna add here 2015 and save, and that's it. Now I'm going to create an archive with So what are we going to do right now with all these files? I'm gonna create polar table folder, and here I'm going to copy all the stuff that we need to upload. So first thing, I'm gonna take the table, cut, I'm going to put it in here, paste. Then I'm going to take the exports, to export only the OBJ and the PBX. Cut. I'm gonna put it here. Then I'm gonna add the renders. For this render, for example, I have these two renders that look kind of the same. And this has a lot of white above, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this render into the other one. So I'm going to create a collage. Oh, it's taking so much time to I'm going to create a collage with those two renders. In this way, I'm not going to have too much white space. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, move it here, take the other one, move it lower, I'll put this above, and I'm going to create a mask with a black. I'm going to paint directly in the mask. Show my other render, which is behind. Don't leave too much white. And now you can see much better the object. I'm gonna make it as a JPEG and save it here. Okay, what else am I going to do? I'm gonna take these renders, cut, put everything here. And what else am I missing? Are the two textures. Is this one and this. Because these textures is not mine, I didn't create this, I'm going to Photoshop it a little bit. In this way, nobody else is going to accuse me that I stolen the textures from someone else. So as long as you make some changes to the image, add some more contrast to it, for example. Then open, and with the clone stamp, just try to copy stuff from one side. So you are going to create a new texture. Oops. I'll add some more here, some more here. changing the original texture to something else, and I can't be accused for stealing the texture. So if you take textures from people, it's good to modify them a lot so they're not going to look the same as their work. This was the only way for me to find to actually use all these textures, because normally you should be creating your own textures, and yeah, that's kind of impossible. It's hard to make your own textures. Anyway, this is what we're missing. I'm gonna save this texture here. Okay. And what else do I need to do there? Oh yeah, this one, but this one is already modified by me because of the way I made this tillable. Okay, now we have all the stuff in here. I should open this again to see if it's not missing anything, because this is the file that we're gonna upload on their website. Okay, everything is in here. I'm gonna just make I forgot something. As you can see, I saved the file with the wrong material on it. This should be number 1. This should be number 2. I'm gonna resave the file now.